The weather is so nice today. Sun is shining outside, flowers are blossoming, the bees are harvesting. Let's play some games today.
I feel like I've played every game in existence, you know? I don't know what to play. Something of PS2 maybe? Huh. What's this? Scalar. Or as you Britons would call it,
Skyla! Wait, I've seen that logo before. Oh, they made decent games before this like Smurf Racer, Monsters Inc. and Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem. Wow, they made 7 games in the year 2004. Don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Hey, don't judge a book by its cover, right?
only that this isn't a book.
Also, these look like turtles being staked on this grind rail. Give your enemies a tongue lashing they will never forget. Don't know what to think about that sentence. We start the game up and we get thrown into a cutscene without any backstory or whatever. Who is he? Who's that? How did he get there? What is going on? And why is this screen so flattened? Is it the aspect ratio? And who are those guys behind the mirror? I'm already lost. It's like this game is a sequel to another, but it isn't. So we get transformed into a blue chameleon with a haircut and we are stranded on this plant overgrown planet. The game is a platformer and you have a basic 3 combo attack and you have your tongue, which you can use to break plants and stun enemies. Oh yeah, and inside these plants and enemies there are these orange bubbles you have to collect. These also serve as your currency in the game. Next to that are the crystal gems hidden in the levels, 10 of them.
These are not crystal gems. These are crystal gems. Down, boy! Your time will come.
Oh, these are called clockies. Thanks for letting me know after I've already collected 940 of them. Another feature of the game are the grind rails. Remember with the pierced turtles on them? They serve as a transportation to another part of the level, but also to charge up your electricity. After a little while, we meet this guy called Leon, and after offending him a couple of times, he tells us the story of a naughty kid who happens to be us.
You talk? Only to ugly blue creatures. Name's Leon.
Leon? That was my father's name.
Was?
He left us when I was young.
Oh, that's rough, kid.
Leon was also the name of Scalar's father.
Let me guess, he's the father.
Get out! Bobby, you're my father?
Bobby, I'm so proud of you.
Oh great, enemy gauntlets, my favorites, as long as they are few and short. The world map actually looks kinda cool with the hand-drawn art and the fact you can explore the later levels in the game. World 2 and Leon decides to tell us about the clockies. Great timing, Leon!
Little balls of energy.
I'm already starting to see where this game got its inspiration from. Even the music reminds me of Ratchet & Clank. Another big part of the game are the transformations you can learn, but in order to learn them you have to hunt down and murder a couple of these creatures first. Like with this thing, you can now throw an exploding ball to take out enemies from a distance. There are so few moments where you have to use these transformations. Besides these moments, I never used them because I found them so weak and I didn't like the back and forth transforming all the time. Luckily, time slows down when you want to transform into one of your forms, because otherwise you would have get hit. I ran into a couple of enemy gauntlets again and I really hope these are not a recurring feature in the later levels. The main goal is to pick up these eggs for whatever reason, who cares. The cool thing is that with every egg you find, you see another animation, which is inspired by Jack and Dexter, I think. The game lets you give your clockies to buy some upgrades to your health bar, increase your attack, or give you more lightning slots. I feel this is a feature they added in just for the sake of it, because most of the time there is only one upgrade available and you have plenty of clockies. It's only in the last couple of levels that there are 3 or more upgrades available, but you don't even have to grind or go back to levels to save up. You can just buy them right away. So there goes that roleplay mechanic through the window. We are in World 3 and I'm starting to get tired of these same color schemes and areas. They all have the same feeling and mood. This should have been called Mushroom the Game, really. And here we learn the new transformation, change into a ball. With spikes. Inspired by Metroid, much? These spike plants seem to always hit me even though I jump on them and I can't attack them normally. What does the manual say about this one? Let's see. Ah, here it is. Sneak on or blow it up. Okay, no problem. And look at how awesome this manual is. Fully in color, nice drawings. Ah, I miss these days. The manuals in recent games are non-existent. The annoying thing about these plants is that you can't tell which are the spiked ones until you are very close and they hit you. And they follow you to the moon. Ugh, and fuck these things. The game is so packed with these quicksand sections, it's not fun anymore. You have to use your camouflage ability, but it only lasts like 8 seconds, so you are already under pressure and then these dicks are fooling around. Touch them and you can start over. You get to the first boss and it's really nothing special. Basic attacks, summons his minions, break down his shield and hit him. Repeat. Again with the plants everywhere and the mushrooms. I think the developers had a bit too much mushrooms themselves, if you catch my meaning.
Dude, you know what would be cool? Flying jellyfish. Dude. But how would they breathe? Space helmets.
The levels are constantly repeating in terms of progression. You get to a crossroad where you can go multiple directions. One is with a grinding vine, the other is platforming. Get the egg and return to Daddy. Only to begin the level again, but take the other route. The game relies way too much on these sections. I know he's supposed to be some sort of cool kid, you know, oh, surfer dude. But I'm really starting to lose my...
And these slides, my god, they are so overdone. With an insane amount of obstacles and the camera not following you around correctly makes it so hard to see where you're going.
Okay, watch this, watch this. Look at how stupid this shit is. Look at the camera. What the fuck? What? Bye-bye. Other abilities we learn are the flying ability, which is everything except fun. The dinosaur thing with first person shooting, and he can break his neck. And last and certainly least is this ugly thing called swoon. But first you have to kill 12 of these poor suckers. Listen to them suffering. At least this boss battle is somewhat enjoyable. I like that he's so big and that only his head can fit in the screen. It's a lot of trial and error though, as you don't know whether you have to slide away or attack him. I had such a hard time getting through this last level. I can't believe the difficulty spike all of a sudden. It went from kickapoo to this. Everything is exaggerated, from the slide sections being way too long to the repetitive fucking gauntlets, especially this one. Take a look at this one. How much shit can you fit into one screen? I feel like the character is way too slow and has too few arms and legs. How do I have to deal with all these drugged rabbits and flaming balls coming at me? The final boss of the game is just a guy who looks like every enemy in the game trying to strike you with lightning. In the meantime, you can start charging your electricity bombs and zap him. He then summons the same annoying enemies from previous levels before using a mutated chicken that barely does something. He then decides to step up his game and get off his lazy butt, and after a few zaps he falls to his doom.
It is my destiny!
We beat him and get a brief cutscene, and I mean very brief.
Yeah! No. Dad? You gotta make it! You gotta make it through! Dad!
Yeah, that's the ending. No bullshit. No time for grieving, nothing. It can't go faster than this. Oh, guess I was wrong. There is an ending you can unlock when you collect all of the crystal orbs.
Son, what's wrong?
Dad? But how did you get here?
I just walked downstairs and opened the basement door. But
I finally collected all the orbs and got the secret ending.
Square, R1, R1, cross, R1, circle, square.
Sorry, I just couldn't. After all that shit, I didn't bother replaying the levels. I just couldn't. I had enough. My feelings about this game are so mixed. On the one hand, it's a decent platformer, but it has no idea what it wants to be. It tries to push in all these different elements, but some are only used once, while others are being repeated over and over again.
You could tell this game was on a tighter budget than, for example, a Ratchet & Clank or a Jak and Daxter game. And it tried too hard to be one of those games. I'm just glad it's over, man. Time to get back on the shelf. So I thank you for watching. Oh! Bastard! Get the fuck out! So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and supporting my channel by subscribing and sharing this video. Till next time.